All right guys, welcome back to another episode on the abandoned house transformation. On last week's video, you saw we painted everything, we textured everything, we got trim up and painted that. It's finally looking good and our windows are ordered, but today we're working on taking care of our floors. So these floors, as you can see, they are tile, vinyl tile that they put on top. And in fact, some parts of the house had vinyl and then carpet on top, and other parts of the house had vinyl on top of vinyl. That's basically a hodgepodge. So because we're gonna be working on all new flooring here, we gotta make sure we work with a nice clean surface. Some rooms, the tile comes off just easily, a little too easily to be honest, and other rooms, it's a little bit of work. But a flat surface is what we're looking for, and the flat surface is what we're gonna get. Let's go do some demo. It's coming off okay. The scraper's not that great. If you get a nice clean spot, it'll go right through it like a tank. But there's a lot of nails that need to be banged back in, so the scraper's just stopping and catching along those nails. I found that using just a handheld scraper is doing a lot better, just because you can maneuver around it. It's just a little bit slower, but that's what we signed up for, folks. Well, I got excited way too fast. The floors in the living room, they might be old, or maybe they didn't use the right adhesive. I don't know. It looks like the same stuff. The reason I say that is because the stuff in the living room came up way too easy. The stuff as we transition into this dining room and the rest of the house, it's tarry. Like, I am having to chisel every little piece that breaks off this big off. Who knows, hopefully the bedrooms get a little bit, back on track. But the reason I wanted to rip them all off is because the living room came off so easy, I didn't want it to break underneath the floors, which by the way, they got delivered, and then cause a whole lot of trouble. So I just wanted a nice, clean, blank slate, and I'm definitely earning my keep right now. This is getting old. This has to be the worst flooring I've ever done in my life. The amount of work you gotta do to prepare this, it's not worth it. Of course, things can't ever go smooth in this house. So the flooring is clear finally. In the closet, he just has this 2x4 right here. And he had a piece of particle board kind of elevating with some carpet. So essentially there's a 1.5 inch step into the closet, and the particle board broke because obviously there's not enough support. I gotta cut that 2x4 off, lay the OSB flooring that will match that thickness, and then I can actually start bringing flooring in here. But I'm just saying, like, pick a project and none of it's going right just because how old this house is and just all the speed bumps along the way. Much better. All right, we got everything clean. I nailed everything that was popping back out, and I kind of did a walkthrough to make sure that any kind of squeaks that are still there, that they're nice and tight. Flooring, let's talk about flooring. So this behemoth is the new flooring that we went with. CoreTech Pro Series. I went with a Pro Series. Number one, I really liked how it looked. Number two, its locking mechanism is super cool. It's supposed to be like a tool-free installation. I went down to my friend at Napa Floors. Leo over there took care of me, make sure I get the right product. This is an old house, a lot of movement, a lot of crap going wrong, and this is the stuff that's gonna save my butt. So off the bat, this is 100% waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof. It is 9 inches wide by 72 inches long. That's like 6 feet long. Super long planks. I've never had these long of a planks in my house before. It's got cork underlayment below, which is nice because I don't have to put underlayment because of my cork here. So that's all together. It's got a 20 millimeter surface on it, so super tough, UV resistant, won't fade it, super tough for scratch resistant, a really thick really thick top layer. Guys, let's talk about the sponsors of today's video, Sunjoy. Sunjoy is on mission to foster outdoor connections and facilitate meaningful gatherings amongst people like my family. Now, we frequently gather for Sunday lunches at my in-laws' house, and they have the perfect concrete pad for a Sunjoy 10x12 wood gazebo. Living in Idaho, we get the best of all weathers, from plenty of rain in the spring, triple-digit summers, and tons of snow in the wintertime. So that is why I went with a steel hardtop roof to ensure we get the protection from whatever the weather decides to do that day. The durable 2-tier metal top allows for a nice breeze to circulate through the roof, keeping everyone cool when those hot summers kick in. Now, one of my favorite features is the dual rail system, which allows for us to hang curtains on those windy days or even the mosquito net to keep all the bugs out during those late evening hangs. The Sunjoy wood gazebo even comes with a ceiling hook centered right in the middle, which is perfectly suspending a ceiling light when those great hangs, good conversations go late in the evening. The Sunjoy wood gazebo is made from premium cedar framed wood that is already pre-treated with a sealant, ensuring that it's ready for the weather conditions and will last us a very long time. It's the perfect accessory to get in your backyard or ready for the summer. They offer free standard shipping on all US orders, so you don't even have to leave your house. And to make it easy, just click the link in my description, use my promo code BUILDIT15 to get 15% off your Sunjoy gazebo. Thank you, Sunjoy. Now let's get back into this video. Let's go. And on top of it, it's got a heavy 15-year commercial warranty on it. And on top of that, well, what else is there to say? Oh, the color, I guess. It's a Cairo oak. That's the style of it. This is actually a very similar color of my house, my personal house. So because the missus approved that, this should be easily approved as well. Oh, and by the way, I just got a new knife. Lucky me. Now, what I'm really excited about this product is that you don't need any tools. Usually you have this little pry bar looking thing to get all the joints locked into place, but Cortec calls this the angle locking system. So these are one of the hardest parts to do is the side stuff. You usually tap it in, and with my luck, I always rip this, the top layer off. So what you do is you just feed it into place, line it up. So goes in there. Just hold it in place, and boom, no more tapping needed. That's actually really cool. Like I said, I always use my little block, tap, 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 and I break maybe 10% of my boards. So hopefully this will be fast and this will be fun. I'll actually tell you guys how long it'll take me to do just this room, and you can compare apples to apples. Let's get to work. First thing, you need to start your pattern. Always have a pattern. Full piece, 3/4 piece, and a 1/4 piece. That way, it kind of skews the eye from finding anything. Some situations where you need to get underneath the trim, before you start hacking things up, just grab a little scrap piece to be your little level, and then use your oscillating tool with a nice new blade, especially the carbide ones, they cut the best. And now you shouldn't have any problems getting your planks underneath your trim piece. So I'm going to show you a cool trick here. So when you have stone like this, it's a real pain because you can't put trim or anything on it. So as you can see, I got a nice profile to match that stone. So what I did here is I kind of did a rough cut, slide it in there so I get a nice tight seal. And then you just take a regular old washer and a pencil, put that in there, push the washer with the pencil at the very front, and scribe like this. Let it follow all the contours. And then once that's done, just pull it out and then use your jigsaw and make sure you cut on the outside of your line so you get a much better, cleaner, defined line here. So you want to be left with a pencil mark. Clean it up, all the burr, A little pencil mark, and let's see how she fits. Look at that. Nice, perfect contour. Nice, clean job installing. All right, so this living room, I got it done in about 2.5, 3 hours. It is an easier product to install than laminate, just because you're not tinkering around, breaking off edges. So this is a little bit more solid, put together. I do like how it's flexible, so it's easy to kind of get both sides in. And I'm slowly getting the hang of it in terms of, is it faster than traditional laminate? I'm getting the hang of it because there's a strategic way that you can slide the tongue groove together and then it just snaps. In the video, you probably saw me using my palm to knock it in. For the most part, that worked, but there's definitely this little sweet spot that you can just snap it in place. This is done. The strategy is going to be to start working down my hallway into the rest of the bedrooms. Let's go. All right, day 2 today, getting back to the house, work on the flooring. I got exhausted. I really got exhausted yesterday. And it doesn't matter how easy the technology is behind the floors, you know, whether they come up with the easy snap-in locks, whatever, you're still getting up and down. So you're basically doing all day squats, all day lunges. It really takes a whole leg workout and your back is aching. So I really got to give it up to all the professional flooring guys, because if you got to do this day after day after day, man, that takes a toll on your body. So goal for today is to finish off the 2 bedrooms, save the primary bedroom for tomorrow, and we should be slowly chipping away at this sucker. First room's done. We're going to the second room, and we got a problem. Well, let me show you. See this right here? Right there. Well, look how fun this thing is. I don't know what's going on there. It could be water damage. It maybe pre-existing flooring that was there. Who knows? It's been kind of hodgepodge together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my automated power planer, hand planer, and try to take it down. My only hope, fingers crossed, that's what I meant to say. Damn, I'm tired. Is there's no nails in there, because if there's nails in there, my planer is gonna get shot. I'm gonna have to get new blades for it. So only one way to find out. Let's go. Well, that went better than I thought that it would. Check this out. We're looking pretty. So I guess what that was is just some water that maybe got absorbed. As you can see, it's kind of a striation right there. Not too bad. It looked very superficial. Looks like it just swelled up a little bit, but I think we're back in business. So we're on day 3. This is the last bedroom, the primary bedroom. It's going along pretty good. I'm not doing the kitchen yet because, surprise, surprise, the next video comes out, we're putting a hidden door. Remember that creepy access into the basement? Well, I gotta build that out first and then finish the flooring, but that's the next video. But in the meantime, primary bedroom, starting with the closet. By the way, these are a pain in the crotch trying to get these transitions right into the bedroom, but After 12 different cuts, I finally got the right one, starting from the closet, working my way up. And if I do my math right, I think we should be done by the end of the day. Well, probably like in 2 hours. That's about an average. This side's gonna be hard because we're there. All right, this is a problem, and it's funny that I'm only now experiencing with this problem. In the house, I started installing the wood in the same direction, meaning from whatever that side is, the north side to the south side. So the tongues on these tongue and groove boards were lining up together. Well, now I'm going back to the north side and the tongues are backwards. So it's a pain in the butt to try to get them in. I think in order to prevent me from, doing this for the next 5 days on one room and breaking a bunch of boards, unfortunately, I think I need to work from that side. That way that'll all go on a lot easier, and then I could just take this section off and fill it in. The only down part is we will have to have a transition at the door, which is not a big deal because I already bought those transition pieces. But man, this is a punch in the crotch for sure. It's a pain to try to get that in. So, change of plans, working our way from this way out. So this method turned out a lot better, a lot cleaner, a lot faster. Like I said, we do have this little gap here. And fortunately, I was smart enough to buy the same color transition pieces. So I'll have to put this where the tile starts in the bathroom, stuff like that, the laundry. And this will be the only walkway that I'll have to do it in. And I split the difference, so as soon as the door's closed, you can't see this transition piece from that side or this side. So it makes it smooth enough. I would install it right now, but I still need to trim my door in order to have this clearance. But all in all, pretty smooth. So I'll get that done, trim the door, add baseboards, paint the baseboards, and I'll show you guys this big reveal. Stay tuned. I am exhausted. I am so spent. I forget every time I do these kind of projects how long it really takes. Good news is I finally finished my flooring and spent the last 2 days doing the baseboard, so it actually looks like a finished product. And I absolutely love going with really thick, beefy. These are 1x6, well 3/4 inch by 5.5 tall baseboards, just because it makes the ceiling look taller, and we all know I need a taller looking ceiling. This is one of the bedrooms. Everything looks awesome. The floors, they look freaking cool. All in all, I like the product of flooring that I use. I think the locking mechanism is not as easy as I thought it was when it was first advertised to me, but nonetheless it worked. And but I also did like that it's flexible enough, not like really stiff like normal planks. And the reason why is because when you got a 6-year-old house, the flooring kind of does its own weird thing. And yes, you're supposed to level it, but it's still, I believe the flexibility of it allows for more like forgiveness to it. So I think that kind of plays into our favor. But make sure you guys tune in next week. This is really good lighting by this window here, and it's perfectly diffused because I sprayed it with paint. Tune in next week because remember that little entrance into the creepy basement that we had on the other side of this wall? Well, on the next video, we're gonna try to put in a secret door with efforts that it will match the exact grain pattern of our flooring here so nobody will really know. It's gonna be exciting. I'm tired. I'll catch you guys on the next one. In the meantime, here's a video I think you might enjoy.